BOUSHH, a Star Wars building mock by Albo Lego. Part 1. So hello and welcome to Square Ghost, and this is, as you can see, the beginnings of part 1 of Albo Lego's BOUSHH. Yes, the Princess Leia's bounty hunter in Return of the Jedi. Now, I wanted to show you really from the start. It's only really a little frame. If I can get in without the brightness, you can see. But the very core of the frame, this is what is, I think, is quite important, because I also built, yeah, name's gone right out of my, name's back in my head, and it was Cad Bane. And of course, the mainframe core, if you like, is very, very similar, as it's going to be for all figures. Obviously, when it gets to other details later, it's going to be different. But Cad was nice and solid. He's still up on my cupboards now. Might even give you a flash of him later on. But you can see, I can see myself, and vaguely, it's been well over a year since I built Cad. Same though, same great structure, same solid thing, which is what I like. Let's go on with the part 1. So very, very quickly made up this lovely round bottom edge, as you can see here, and it's going on the edge of our core. Our plates are already to be built on later for when we go body up. This, remember, will be obviously where our legs fit to, so that's going to be the bottom of that, if I can just get the camera far enough away. Just wanted to show you, as you can see, it's slowly begin to take shape. Now, in the build plans, you build up 2 of these little blocks, and you're supposed to just slip it down and put it on. Now, in reality, I couldn't, with the plate connected, I couldn't get that. I couldn't get this pin on. You couldn't push down and push in at the same time, or I couldn't. So what I ended up doing was taking off the blue 2B12, connecting the brick, then putting down, and then reconnecting to the bigger plates. Same both sides. I had the same problem both sides. Whether that's me and my thumbs or my fingers, I don't know. But it's on. It's solid. Just worth pointing out. So as you can see, it's on. I've just turned it there. Now, all I've come back for very quickly is it's a very, very tight, snug fit. So once you get that one end on here, where everything comes down, it's nice and tight. You have to really push. Me, I have struggled with arthritis in the thumbs sometimes. I really had to push to get it on. But I'll be honest, once it's on, you know it's not going anywhere. Onward and upward. So here we are. We're getting nice and close to the end of the step, the first step. But I thought something I would point out here, and you know, I'm no master builder, I build for enjoyment, but I just thought I would tell you, please pay attention to the early plans. You can see this brown here, this 2x10 brown. When you start building this, you start with the 1B12, end up with the 2 together, and like an idiot, I just assumed it was another 2B12, put it all on. When I built it up, of course, these 2x6s overhung the other side. Oh dear. You'd think it'd be easy, wouldn't you? Oh no. I had to strip down the entire build, all of it, basically, to get this off and put a 2B10 on. Once the 2B10 was on, fine. Another thing worth pointing out is once it was up, when you put on the 1x2s, there's one here and one here, if you can see, they push up to the little orange studs. They're a devil to get on. Killed my thumbs, but they're on now, and like I say, we're going to continue on with the building. But I just wanted to show you, please make sure you study, if you come to build this, the number of studs on your plates, because it's a lot of trouble if you don't. And there you have the completion of part 1 of this build. Remember, I've split it up into these build parts. They're not like it's a mock, so all the bricks very, very quickly are just, they're not numbered bags. You have to sort your parts. So after I showed you the bit where I deconstructed, we then set about putting on these lovely little side pieces. As you can see, if I move it around nice and steadily all around the edging, it's looking pretty nice. Well, again, the other side exactly the same. If I just flip it for you, I hope you can see without me being in the shadow, there's some of those biggest inverted slope bricks on both sides. Same here and here. These are obviously, as I've said earlier, are going to be our leg connectors, which is going to be quite nice. Everything is very, very solid. Now, if I can just stand it up, which I think I can. Once this was done, we then started to build up these parts, and obviously this is going to be where our torso, our body starts to come from. So like as in tummy, chest, and away we go. Everything is okay. Excuse me for coughing. The only slight problem we had, which I don't know, is not really a problem. The colour of these bricks, I hope you can see, it's like a tan brown. Sorry for the graininess of my camera, because it's just the light that I'm filming, I believe. I thought it was going to be the same colour as the orange brick. I thought it was going to be that colour. Searched through the set, couldn't find nothing. Found these pieces that have gone on, the 3 there and the 4 there. Looked through the rest of the build plans, I can't see anything else using those colours, so it's a matter of that's what it's going to be, isn't it? But again, that's just the colour things. Everything's fitted together nicely, it's quite tight and neat, exactly the same really that I had from Albo Lego and when I built Cad Bane up there, which again I will give you a glimpse of after. But same technique-ish. I won't say it's exactly the same, but this is exactly, you know, the same of where the body fitted on. And, you know, we're ready to put our legs on and see where we go from there. But I hope you've enjoyed this little video. The ups, the downs, you know. Everything's not perfect in regards to my build skills. You need to pay attention to your build plans. That should go without saying. So if you do come to build this set, it's nice. As I'll say it again, I'm going to repeat the words, it's solid, which is great. And I know in part 2 we're going to start on one of our legs. I think it's the left one. I know it's my right, but it's the left of BOUSHH. And as I say, we will take it from there. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. If you have, please give us a like. You know, it always does me and the channel the world of good. This is going to be an enjoyable build. You know, yes, we've got to sort our parts, but I really enjoyed CAD. Oh, it's got to be 18 months now. Maybe, no, I'll go for 18 months since we've built CAD. And, you know, it was time for another figure. And we had a little poll. And BOUSHH came second, Cad Bane won the poll. So I thought, you know, no, let's stick to the poll. Let's do BOUSHH next, and that's where we are. And if you want to follow us on to the next part of BOUSHH, which will be part 2, then all you have to do is click on that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Yes, I've done the first part. I think it's getting into the build now, and away we go. And like I say, it's legwork next. So really looking forward to that. And you know what's coming next. Anybody who's watched this, as I say to any of my other videos, thank you very much for watching, and I do hope that we'll see you all next time here on Square Ghost. And with that, you know the score, you know the drill. My name's Kev, I am Square Ghost, and I'll see you all on the flip side.